So they're going to let this time tick down quite a bit for this fourth pickup. They've already revealed two of their cores.
Dire team pick.
And they'll go ahead and pick up an Oracle now. Nice little pickup. It's going to protect that Life Stealer. Purge off the Purge as well with the ultimate of the Oracle. This Life Stealer shouldn't really be kited around in these team fights while the Oracle's around. Because the Oracle is obviously very useful with the TA as well.
10 seconds remaining.
See how Geek Fam wants to deal with this Oracle. I mean, you do already have the Bat Rider there, so you could always just go for the Blink Lasso on the Oracle and just get rid of him before the team fight even starts. There are certainly already some counters there from Geek Fam. There's two more picks to be made for this Dire side. The Geek Fam really allowing this time to go down. About a minute left.
Radiant team back.
They will go into the Slaughter pick, and that's a hero that has been very, very powerful in this new patch. It was pretty powerful in the last one as well. But I do like this up against the Lifestealer. You can essentially just permabash the Lifestealer if you have enough attack speed on the Slaughter. So I don't mind seeing this from Geek Fam.
10 seconds remaining.
Certainly a draft we haven't seen today.
5 seconds remaining.
Of course, the Corrosive Haze is always going to be useful no matter what hero you're up against, but that Lifestealer does not enjoy losing that much armor initially. You can rage it off, and of course the Oracle can just purge it off as well, but you can always just reapply it. Now Neon. Final ban out. They'll start letting that reserve time tick down, but they do get rid of the Naga Siren. Not really something I would have been expecting, but seems like they just don't want to have to deal with that Naga. Geek Fam, what is their response? It does seem like Neon is still lacking an offlane core.
10 seconds remaining.
Unless you opt to run that Ogre Magi offlane, but I'm kind of doubting that.
Remaining.
I have quite a bit of a think about this one. Of course, you already saw that Legion Commander and that Omni Knight being banned out, as well as the Venomancer, so you don't have those options for Neon.
Dire team pick.
You'll get rid of the puck, and there would have been some great teamfight control from Neon. In fact, a Terrorblade now will come out from Geek Fam. That does feel like a Raven special. This is a hero we did not see at all during the end of that last patch. It just never came out anymore, but here it is once again. Of course, the Terrorblade does do very, very well up against the Lifestealer. You have huge armor, and of course, you have the Metamorphosis to attack from a mile away.
5 seconds remaining.
And there's really nobody on the side of Neon right now that can break the distance quickly. You could make the argument that TA could with the Blink Dagger, but that's not the most reliable way to get in close. Geek Fam, I've got to say, with this draft, they're looking pretty darn strong already. It's maybe a bit of a struggle for Neon. How do they respond? 14 seconds reserve time left for this final pickup. They need a way to deal with this Terrorblade. They need someone to close the gap. They're gonna go for the Brewmaster. It's another hero we haven't seen in a while, but it is one of those heroes that can close that gap with the Primal Split as well, can control the side of Geek fam. And that was something Neon was lacking. It was just that raw control in these team fights. But now you have it available to you. How effective it's going to be is a completely other question, but I can't disagree with this pick from Neon. Still, I would dare say that Geek fam came out with the better draft in the end. But with this new patch, anything can happen. So it's hard to make any kind of prediction. Of course, it is actually going to be a mid-Kunkka going out on Ryoya. Dubu is going to be on the support Batrider, and Cuckoo going to take the offlane Slardar, just in case there was any kind of confusion. Even looking very nice there with the hot pink on the Terrorblade. There's a lot of pressure in this game for play hard on the Oracle. He's just got to be in the perfect position every time. He's going to make sure he doesn't get caught out by Dubu. Those false promises have to be on point. See how he does go. Be interesting to see how Cuckoo builds up on this Slardar as well, because again, he can basically just perma-bash the Lifestealer throughout the mid to late game if he does have the right itemization. I have no idea why we have paused, but I'm assuming there's some connection issues. So we will get the go ahead from Skem. Page going to be on that mid TA as expected. He'll be up against the Kunkka though, coming out from Ryoya. At the very least, you do have a way of burning through those refraction charges with that torrent from Ryoya. Shouldn't have too much trouble as long as he has a point in X. Get through those refractions. Of course, the beautiful thing about the TA is she can always just relocate back into the jungle. Just farm up that way and do it quite quickly as well.
Seconds to battle.
See, they've actually put Skem up in the top lane of this Lifestealer as well. They're not really willing to put him down bot up against Cuckoo Slardar. Rather, they're going to put Cypher up there, or rather Rappy, down at the bot lane. That should be a much better matchup for Neon. That Lifestealer would have just got ruined by the Slardar being played by Cuckoo. Still, a 2-for-2 trade on the bounties. Nothing too special, just a very equal start between the two. And we'll get into the laning phase now. Like RR is going to be there as well on the Ogre. Now, I'd still argue this isn't going to be the easiest lane in the world for Rappy. It is still a very difficult lane, but at least you have ways of making the Slardar miss. Still though, with the setup there from Zephyr, got an easy setup for the stun of Cuckoo. Cuckoo gonna get a bash off straight onto RR. Not too much damage though at level 1. Of course, the Ogre is a very, very tanky support to have. Looking back into that mid lane, Yopaj and Ryoya going to be trading farm for quite a bit. There's not much kill potential between the two right now. Once those levels go up, you could make the argument they could get some kills off on each other, but even then, Once Yopaj is low, he'll just rotate into the jungle. Saying Yopaj is low, but Ryoya, he's the one copying most damage right now on the Kunkka. Up at the top lane, Skem's job is going to be trying to shut down Raven on this Terrorblade and get as much farm as he possibly can. So again, Raven, with that massive amount of armor he has on the Terrorblade, really shouldn't suffer too much against this Lifestealer. Should be able to sustain just fine. Especially while you've got Dubu there on the Batrider. Like, he's just always able to spam out that sticky napalm and just make it so Playhard can't even get close. Or Playhard. At least he has a stick available. Skem's got to be a bit careful though on the lifesteal. Already 4 stacks on him from Dubu. This Playhard is able to purge them off at the very least. There is that positive. So far so good for Raven. 13 last hits, 6 denies, no struggle whatsoever. Skem only 5 and 1 on the lifesteal. Is falling a little bit behind in these early stages of the lane. Because back into that mid lane, Yopaj 14 and 8 on the TA. You'll see Ryoya slightly behind at 11 and 0. Dubu actually looking to go down on, Playhard. He does end up finding him with the Purifying Flames. They wanted to try and find Skem as a trade, but they don't quite get there. And meanwhile, bot lane, Zephyr ends up finding Ara on the Ogre. So those Shadow Poisons just coming in from Zephyr, getting rid of the Ogre. So we have a 1-for-1 trade across the map. Now Cuckoo trying to dish out more harassment out onto Rappy. They'll get the disruption off. Cuckoo does have the bash proc and does find it as well. And Cypher really has no way out of that one and does go down. And Ara was there to try and help out, but after the initial Fire Blast, there's really nothing he could do about it. This combination is just going to get more and more potent as the game goes on.
I came a long way to see you die. I came a long way to see you die.
Really giving it to Rappy. Of course, up at the top lane, Raven now falling quite low there. He's going to turn around a man fight with this Metamorphosis, though no, it won't be enough with the Purifying Flames, but Dubu will find the trade. Definitely, it's more worthwhile for Neon as they did get the kill onto Raven first. Raven immediately will TP back in and just gets back to farming. Whereas you look at this Lifestealer, he's still sitting at only 9 last hits and 1 deny.
Clear sailing now.
So this offlane Lifestealer being played by Skem really hasn't panned out very well so far. Looks like bot lane though, Zephyr doesn't have mana for the disruption. In fact, it's on cooldown anyway, so they aren't going to be able to find anything, though Ara goes down to the Shadow Poisons of Zephyr, and now they will turn around onto Rappy on this Brewmaster. He does try and run his way out, and looks like he may make it out, but Zephyr is still spamming those Shadow Poisons. Couple more will do the job. He won't find the 4th one, and now he's going to pay for it with his life. Or maybe not. Cuckoo, he runs back in. He finds the kill. Zephyr with the Shadow Poisons does claim it. And with that, he does manage to get himself out. And Ara cops even more harassment. So just when you think you have a free kill sitting there in the bot lane, it really isn't as free as you'd think. That'll be Rappy's 2nd death of the game. Well, Cuckoo, if this keeps up for him, he's going to be a very, very happy fish. It's going to be so frustrating. These bashes just continuously coming in.
Dire structures are fortified.
And on the bright side, Yopaj is having a fantastic time in mid. Ryoya is only slightly behind the TA. Is still keeping up, but Yopaj is definitely going to be happy about this. As bot lane, once again, they will get aggressive. Cuckoo trying to find the stun and does do so, and now gets the bash. In fact, Zephyr with the Shadow Poisons once again finding Rappy, and now RR has nowhere to go.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Cuckoo is now on 1 kill, but Zephyr is on 5 on the Shadow Demon. You'll see 3 deaths on the Brewmaster and 3 deaths on the Ogre. This bot lane is completely gone now for the side of Neon Esports. Geek Fam have complete control over it.
Radiant's bottom
I don't know if it's even worth bringing any heroes back down to the bot lane because they're just going to keep going. They've got plenty of mana regen coming out on that Shadow Demon. Zephyr just always seems to have a Clarity active. And Rappy, well, he's down there at the bot lane again, but as soon as he's disrupted, he's probably just dead. You can see Cuckoo already waiting for it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looks like they will leave him be for now. There's a bit of focus in the mid lane on Ryoya. Play hard, rotating in with an Invis rune. Doesn't quite find anything though.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
We'll see the Radiant Courier going down thanks to Dubu. Skem uses his own courier. Raven. Rotate it down on this TB. As the Metamorphosis is up, he's just been farming the jungle. But it looks like they are looking to make a play as Cuckoo now moving in with Zephyr. They will find play hard on the Oracle and it looks like he's got nowhere to go. He tries to run but he gets stunned up and he gets demolished by Raven on the Terrorblade. Cuckoo now has a bash proc available but can't quite get in range and will just let it go on the creep. But a 2-8, 1k net worth lead remaining for Geek Fam. Slowly holding on to this map control that they've just obtained. And I suppose it's going to be a lot more pressure on Yopaj now on that TA, who needs to start making plays across the map. It looks like he will begin with Dubu up at the top lane, but better slow him down. Dubu just going to go up onto the cliff and go immediately TP out, and all those misses from Yopaj will not pay off for him. As well as that, bot lane, Zephyr will start off with disruption onto Rappy. Cuckoo trying to break the distance. They'll get the purge, and he just explodes to all those shadow poisons from Zephyr.
Is under attack.
And I believe that's going to be the 4th death on Rappy. Brewmaster is still level 4. Cuckoo is now level 7. And we do have Zephyr on level 6, so I don't know what point Rappy's going to be able to get to level 6, but I certainly don't believe it's going to be down at this bot lane. Yet it appears he is still making his way down there.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
In fact, no, he will farm the jungle for a bit. I think that is just a smarter play. I don't think there's any way you go back to that bot lane. Not while both the Shadow Demon and Cuckoo are still there. Dubu get chased down a bit up at the top. Flame Break will be there, but he does get purged up, but still they won't continue the chase. As Skem just took way too much damage from the fire of Dubu. Gepage now going to rotate in. Does slow Dubu up a bit, but not nearly enough. He's just going to run his way out of there. So both sides go ahead and claim 2 banner runes each as well as an outpost each. Now Dubu going to be chased down by Skem on the Lifestealer. He hasn't got mana for Lasso right now. He could use the stick charges though and may choose to do so. In fact, he does. They found Skem. The team is not anywhere near him to help out. In fact, Playhard's going to get caught out now on the Oracle, and that's going to be a very, very easy pickup for Geek Fam. They even found the disruption off onto the TA, and Yopaj has nowhere to go. Tries to TP, but that is wishful thinking, sir. Rappy does use the Primal Split, but I don't think that's going to help the cause very much. He needs to get the hell out of there. He's just trying to waste the time of Cuckoo now. But Ryoya's there, he has the X available at level 3, and Rappy probably going to regret sticking around too long. But no, it looks like he will be able to get into the tree line and walk away, but Geek Fam should be able to just secure a tier 1 tower. In fact, never mind, there's another hero for them to take. RR gets caught out by Zephyr on the Shadow Demon, and now they'll be able to take that tier 1 tower. Neon, are they actually going to keep fighting this? Cuckoo misses the stun, now gets slowed up by the open wounds. They are going to chase him down. Cuckoo gets rooted in place as well, though he's so darn tanky on this Slardar. I don't actually know if they can kill him off. They're actually healing him up at this point. Yeah, Cuckoo, he just walks out.
Radiant's top tower.
It's going to be a 2-13 now at the 11.5 minute mark. 6k net worth lead for the side of Geek Fam.
Radiant's top tower.
And I'm looking to Yopaj, hoping he'd have an item that he could really start to snowball off, but well, at least he's going to buy the blink now. He may still need the Deso before he actually starts initiating with his team, though. I don't think the blink's going to be nearly enough. And as he's getting that blink, Geek Fam, they're making their way down with the smoke. Do they catch him in time, though? The courier, he doesn't want it to die. He does get the blink dagger just in time, but the disruption is there. It won't matter. They get the stun off, and Yopaj is dead. At least he got the blink before the courier was going to die, but he will lose his life regardless. Things are going to get from bad to worse as Rappy getting caught out by the X into the boat of Ryoya. They do block all the magic damage off, though, with the Fate's Edict, but here comes Cuckoo on the Slardar. He will not try to initiate, though.
Dire structures are fortified.
Still Neon so far behind. Scam desperately trying to farm up that Maelstrom. He does have the Mithril Hammer now at the least, but still a while off the Javelin.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cuckoo has gone for a drums, it looks like. I thought he may have just gone for the blink straight off the bat, but the drums does certainly seem more viable, especially while you have a Bat Rider on your team. Neon had enough of these shenanigans. They'll smoke up straight towards that top lane. They know Dubu's there, but they don't know Cuckoo's around. Now they'll scout him out, but he's just out of there. And surely they find at least Dubu on the Bat Rider. He does get rooted up. Still though, Flame Break will be there, but Dubu, he is not nearly tank enough. He will get taken down. They will also find that top tier 1 tower for the side of Neon Esports, so it's a nice pickup from this Radiant side. A little bit of a gold boost for them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still though, there's no real signs of Geek Fam slowing down yet. They've just been happily pushing in this bot and mid lane. Raven, meanwhile, has the Manta up. He's going straight into an Eye of Skadi next. He's also 2k ahead of the TA right now. I mean, it's just... he's just not slowing down whatsoever, this man. Geek Fam look to be aggressive once again. Dubu, he has the lasso, he has the blink as well. He just needs to bring it out on the courier, but Rappy gonna go for the TP, but the Torrent, it will connect just in the nick of time. Ryoya just takes the outpost. They won't actually go for Rappy on the Brewmaster. But now they will have control of both outposts, and that's a lot of XP that goes their way. They might find Rappy anyways. Cuckoo does get the Corrosive Haze off. Where's the bash? There it is. Half his HP gone. The Flame Break there as well. Rappy, he's forced the Primal Split to get away. In fact, he'll turn around onto the Bat Rider, try to go after Dubu. Meanwhile, down at the bot lane, Skem almost goes down to Raven on the TB, but will survive. And meanwhile, Dubu's still surviving throughout all this. He does have Play Hard there to help him out, but Dubu, surely he doesn't get out. He does not. Play Hard will find it with the Purifying Flames, but that was too close of a call.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
But at
attack.
least the Primal Split leads to a kill. They will go ahead and take that Northwest outpost once again.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Skem,
As X marks the spot.
get X back. Won't be bothered by it. It looks like the rest of Geek Fam are more than happy to just push in that mid-tier 1 now. There will be absolutely no defense from this Radiant side. Geek Fam, understanding how far ahead they are, they're just going for more kills. Skem is around the area. They won't quite spot him out. But rather than taking the lifestealer kill, why not just take another tower? And that's exactly what Geek Fam do.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Zephyr will not allow this top tier 2 to get pushed in. He'll be there to defend on this Shadow Demon. Was play hard, looking to set up on this Shadow Demon, but he needs a bit more help than himself. Make matters worse, Geek Fam are smoked up and rotating in, and they are going to find both the supports, and play hard will be the first option to go for. Cuckoo does find the stun, Flame Break there as well. Fate's Edict will block a lot of the magic damage, but it won't matter as an X and Boat will find the Ogre as well. And now the Lasso, they caught the TA. The disruption wasn't very well timed, but it may not matter as the TA is just dead. Another 3 kills to Geek Fam, and this is slowly turning into a massacre. They're going after the Roshan now. With the Corrosive Haze, it is hella fast. Raven will go ahead, take the Aegis for himself. The Radiant apparently took the Roshan. I didn't quite see with what. I believe it may have been the TA trap. So I suppose they got the gold from the Roshan at the very least, but the Aegis is still there for Raven. Now Neon, grouping up mid lane. The Desolator is coming out onto your Page now, so you do have a lot more DPS on this TA. Is it too late though? They are still 10k net worth behind. There will be a smoke. They know Ryoya's in that mid lane on the Kunkka, but he's not an easy target to go after. Does have the boat available. Looks like they actually backpedal a bit. They're not going to go for any aggressive moves quite yet with this smoke. They'll bait out Skem. Geek Fam, however, do not take the bait. Now, Geek Fam with a smoke of their own. Where are you headed? They are quite close to Neon. In fact, they are going to run up the hill. They will spot out Rappin. He doesn't get the split off in time. False Promise will be there though. Boat will fly in, but only connects on the Oracle. And Geek Fam doesn't look like they want to do this any longer. So maybe they will. Dubu just scouting out with the Firefly. Rappy's still chasing with this lifesteal invested inside of him, and Raven has Metamorphosis in 8 seconds. He's just trying to drag this out as long as possible. Torrent will be there on the Brewmaster, and now Skem forced to pop out. They've lost that Brewmaster straight off the bat, and now Skem's gone as well. RR, just a sitting duck, needs to get the hell out of there, but the reflection just slowing him down. He goes out as well. There's the primal split from the buyback of Rappy, but does it even mean anything? It doesn't look like it does, as Playhard gonna lose his life anyway on the Oracle. Cuckoo will get the bash of the deeps off, and now they found Rappy. It looks like it'll be a dieback on the Brewmaster. Dubu will flame break him out of the Torrent, but it will not matter, as Geek Fam have complete control of this team fight, and they'll find 4 for nothing. That's also going to make it a 4-22.
Tower is under attack.
We were so close to the dream, the 3-2-2, but unfortunately, Neon did ruin it for us. Nevertheless, Geek Fam, I it's so hard to see them
Has fallen.
losing this game at this point. I mean, they're 16k net worth ahead at 21 minutes in. Go to plus, 98% chance apparently the Geek fam win.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What bounty?
Radiant's top tower
Now the Eye of Skadi is there on Raven as well. So now you've got an Aegis, Eye of Skadi, Manta, and whatever the hell this is, the broom handle. Raven still had the meta the whole time.
Radiant's structures are fortified.
This could be the final defense from Neon if they're not too careful, as I don't believe they have many buybacks left. In fact, they only have one.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And that Rax, given away for free. There's just no defense coming out. And I can't blame the side of Neon for that.
Radiant's top barracks.
The Geek fam will happily take that Rax and immediately back off towards the Radiant Shrine. And Neon, I mean, they're just trying to get as much farm as possible while they have a chance.
Directly into the temple's defense. Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Sympathy.
Radiant's bottom
Very least,
shrine
Aegis will expire, so that's a little bit of a bonus for Neon. Try to look at the upside of these things. Though Yopaj may get caught out. Cuckoo, he runs so darn fast in the river. So Yopaj will be out safely. Smoke will come out. Neon gonna try and at least get a pick off, but the side of Geek fam are completely grouped up. Just giving the side of Neon no opportunity.
are scanning.
Yopaj is going to try and bait out the side of Geek fam though, but I don't even know if that's going to work out as Cuckoo going to run in. He realizes it's bait though. He does backpedal and does get out safely.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
So Geek fam straight back towards that bot shrine.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
See Dubu with all the mobility items he needs now on the 4-staff Blink Dagger as well. He's just got to watch out for that false promise.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
If you can find play hard straight off the bat, the fight becomes a hell of a lot easier.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It looks like there may not even be a fight though, as Raven's just going to take another Rax for free. Neon just have no way to get in there and try to defend.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
They still have plenty of time in the Metamorphosis, so they're going to go for the final bunch of Rax. They've got to jump in. Primal Split, it's going to be there. Lasso, where is it gone? It's gone straight onto the TA, and the False Promise doesn't make it out. Yopaj just going to drop. He has no way of surviving, and meanwhile, they lost play hard on the Oracle as well. Now they'll go after Rappy on this Earth Spirit. And he's gone. The GG's been called a 5-25, 23k net worth lead. But Geek fam really showing their strength in this third series. And from the get-go, I mean, Neon Esports, they looked okay in the first few minutes, but once Geek fam got the roll on that bot lane, once the Slaughter and Shadow Demon combination started getting to work, it just seemed like there was no hope for this Radiant side. Nevertheless, that is game number 1 of a best of 2, so we'll be right back for that second game in just a moment. It is MLP Dota. I'll see you guys very, very soon for game number 2.